EasiNote Basic Training Tutorial 5, Creating Shapes. You'll notice here on your desktop there is a icon called Graphic. When you click on this, this will bring up a variety of shapes that you can select from. It's just a matter of selecting the one that you want to use and then selecting firstly the outline color. So if I want to make it that dark purple, and then come here and select the fill. Now you can opt for no fill. If we do that now, I can also change just the thickness of this triangle. When I drag that onto the screen, you see that it's just a outline of a triangle. If I come back here, select triangle again, but this time come to this little fill bucket and select, say, that pink color. When I drag this onto the screen now, you see that it's a filled in shape. Once again, you can select the icon here to change the thickness of that border, change the outline color, change the fill color, and you also have all your edit points. If I did want to have one that was vertically downward, I could do that as well, or to the left, to the right, so you are able to do that as well. You can also do the inscribed circle, so whichever one is highlighted, just double click on it and you can do the inscribed circle there once again. Now if I wanted to group these images together, once again use your select object and just drag a box over all the things that you want to join, and you see that a dotted box comes all the way around, and that's now one whole thing. Now it's just a temporary thing. If you want to make it permanent, go to that little edit point and go to combination, and now that will be permanent. If you want to revoke that combination or grouping, just select revoke, and now when you tap outside that box, each one of these is now going to be a separate item once again. Now with layering of the shapes, the first thing that you put on the screen, which was that purple one, that was behind this one originally, but as I tap on it, I can bring it to the fore and make it in front of the others. If I want to make this one in front, I just tap on that one, and now you see it's in front of the other one that's there. If you want to make this permanent, once again, I'll just move these other ones out of the way. If I drag a box over these two, I can then make that a combination if I want to group them that way, and that would be permanent. And once again, to revoke that, tap outside the dotted line, and now they're separate items once again. So whichever one you tap on will suddenly come to the fore. Alright, if I tap on that one now, you see that that's in the front. You can use these shapes to create the concept maps, and that's using the arrows from the line section as well as the shapes, in this case the oval that's there. The top one is has a purple border, and has a pink fill. Get that color pink, and then when you drag that onto the screen, you see it's the same. You've also got the ability to group that whole image together. I'll just remove that one, and you can see I get the cut symbol down here, and that will remove that too from the screen. Use your select object to drag a dotted line around all those things, and now that's one whole thing. If you want to keep it permanently, just go to combination, and it will remain as one whole thing. You've also got this little hand down here. When I click on the hand, it allows me to drag this page around, so if there's something that I can't quite see, if I want to move up to the bottom of the page or add more space, I can now continue to drag lines and circles and things on the page. And using the little hand, you can see that I can then revert back to the top of the page. You also have the ability to magnify the page just by bringing that up. So sometimes it's easier to write on a more magnified shape. And then when we come back to minimize, it says minify, but we're getting that organized. You can see that the writing that I placed in there initially when it was magnified is now in proportion with the rest of the actual item itself. You also can do things like Venn diagrams. So for this one I'm going to use the circle, and I'm going to opt for no fill, and the outline I'll make that sort of blue color. And I'm going to drag one circle on the screen, and then using that unlimited copy feature, I'm going to select that, and then I'm just going to drag the second one out on the screen. Now, using that select object, I'm just going to drag a box over those two things, and I'm going to go to the edit and go to combination, and now this is one whole thing. So if I do want to make it bigger, I just pull on that circle there, and once again, if I wanted to save what I've just created here, I would go to the little down arrow there and go add to resource bank, and just change that and hit OK. And when I come to my resource bank, you'll see here it is here. So the next time that I want to use it, I'll just add a page here. I've copied that page so I can do that, but I can also just add a blank page and come back to the resource bank, double click on that, and you see here it is here. Just drag that out and I'm ready to use it again. So initially it may take you a while to create these things, but you can save them and then use them again and again. One other thing with this one here, there is a roaming feature. That's this one here. So if you did want to move that around the actual page, you can make it bigger or smaller, and you can see that I am able to move around the actual page itself. Okay, and then just bring it back. So once again, if you've got more things on the page than you need to, then you can move this around so that you can view the entire page. Close it down, just hit that little feature there. You can also use this to for younger children to actually recreate shapes. So you can click and drag these to the correct spot and drag that there, and etc. You've also got the idea of making tanagrams. So with this here, you can rotate this feature and then drag it into the right spot. Okay, so you can do that. And then I've got drawn this large square over the original, so when I tap on that, I can actually reveal what the answer is sort of underneath. You can also use this as a diagram, and I can use the square, and I'm going to have a black outline and a white fill. I'm going to make that narrow, and then I can just drag a box to cover up the words that are there. When I want to move it, I just tap on that and I can drag it away and reveal the answer underneath. Thank you for viewing this tutorial. For further information, contact us at info@edis.com.au.